Humbling obedience. King Zedekiah, in his final moments of desperation, sought a sign from the prophet Jeremiah. But his hope was not born of genuine repentance. He and the people of Judah only wanted a magical fix to their imminent problem, the invading Babylonians. They believed a miraculous rescue would save them. Yet, God's answer wasn't what they expected. God's message to them was one of judgment. He would fight against them, and their defenses would fail. The only way to survive was to surrender to the very people they were fighting against. What an impossible choice. The way of life was to give up everything, to fall into the hands of the enemy. The way of death was to fight on, to hold on to pride and self-reliance. God's message for the king's household was also a final call for them to execute justice. Receiving this message, I realized that true deliverance wasn't in a miracle, but in surrendering. God's grace was not in a spectacular rescue, but in the humbling choice to give up control. This act of faith required a complete paradigm shift, a rejection of pride, and a radical trust in God's plan, which seemed to go against all human logic. My life, my very being, became a prey saved from death, not by my own strength, but by my willingness to submit to His will. My hope wasn't in some grand act of defiance, but in the simple, terrifying, and ultimately life-giving act of surrendering to His judgment. It was an act of faith that allowed me to receive God's grace, even in the midst of impending destruction. This wasn't just about avoiding a physical death, but about finding spiritual life in a place of complete submission. My life would only truly begin when I stopped fighting against God and started surrendering to His will.